Kathy is going to say something about Robert.
I'll just take it down. Yeah, good morning, everyone, and I want to congratulate everyone to the new Hall of Fame that have been inducted today. And actually, 3 of the people here happen to be my partners. How blessed am I to have these great players as partners. I also want to congratulate Anthony and Andy. Anthony, a dear friend, a fantastic, great athlete in everything he does. And unfortunately, they couldn't make it today, but they are here in spirit. So I'm up here today, actually, because the person who was supposed to be up here, Sammy Cesario, is in heaven. And although he is physically not here, I'm sure, as my faith tells me so, spiritually he is. I am honored and thankful to be here today to introduce the Paddleball Hall of Fame inductee, Robert Iceman Sostre. My loyal partner, and more importantly, my dear friend. So who is Robert Sostre? Robert is a loving son, brother, uncle, husband, and friend. A hard-working family man. A gentleman on and off the court. He is by nature quiet, non-confrontational, and humble. To me, one of his greatest attributes, along with being humble, is in his 35-plus years that I know him, he has never, ever put another person down or bad-mouthed anyone. He is not judgmental and accepts people just the way they are. Robert graduated from DeWitt Clinton High School and led their handball team to the championship. In 1989, Robert was added to DeWitt Clinton's select list of notable alumni. He is always accompanied to tournaments and loved by his sister Lily, who is his coach. And we have her to thank that he's in this game, actually. So thank you, Lily. And his beautiful wife, Lisa, as well. Little did they know when he was put on that list of notable alumni, little did they know that that was just the beginning of his greatness. Okay. So now here it is, Robert Iceman Sostre, the quiet, reserved, humble man who does not want or need the spotlight, but is the spotlight. Robert Sostre is the most accomplished, decorated player in the history of paddleball. He holds records across the board in men's singles, men's doubles, and mixed doubles for the last 35-plus years, 5 decades. Even on this very day, at 51 years old, he's setting the record and raising the bar, making 3 of the 5 finals in the PFA Nationals here today. A few other accomplishments are the following. The heyday of the Budweiser paddleball tournament was from 1978 to 1992. Robert entered his first Budweiser tournament in 1987 at the young age of 16 and played until the end of the Budweiser's tournament sponsorship ended, which was in 1992. That's 6 years he got to play in it. Of those 6 years, Robert won 5 of the singles he played in, 5 consecutive singles. He won 5 of the 6 mixed doubles, 5 consecutive mixed doubles, and he won 4 of the 6 men's doubles he played in. He won the Triple Crown 2 years in a row, which is singles, men's, and mixed doubles between 1989 and 1991. Okay, let's see what else. I'm sorry. Robert continues to play and win, and is a finalist, and has been a finalist and a winner from 1987 to the present, 35-plus years. He has piled up over 450 awards, trophies, plaques, medals for paddleball, racquetball, handball, and baseball. I don't know what else he has, but I'm sure there's lots of paddle tennis, well, you name it. Eventually pickleball, I'm sure. All these 450 plus are displayed proudly in his mom's house. Robert is the apple of his mom's eye, her baby. He was inducted into World Outdoor Racquetball Hall of Fame in 2014 for one-wall and three-wall racquetball. He and his partner won the men's doubles one-wall racquetball for 12 years in a row without a loss. He has won many national handball tournaments in singles and doubles and was inducted into the New York Handball Hall of Fame. Today, on this day, will be his third Hall of Fame in 3 different sports. Quite an accomplishment. A gifted athlete. So now, with no further waiting, I know, Robert, you can't wait to get up here to speak. So I welcome you into the Paddleball Hall of Fame, Robert.
Thank you, Kathy. That was great. Let me have Dave read the plaque. It's okay. Dave will read his plaque. For the Iceman.
PFA Paddleball Hall of Fame 2022 inductee presented to Robert Sostre. The Iceman is regarded by many as the greatest paddleball player in the history of the game. Amazingly dominating the sport for more than 3 decades. His accumulation of championships in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles is almost impossible to surpass. He has always competed at the highest level with a game that is the epitome of offense, defense, and anticipation, along with an incredibly strong opposite hand. Robert is a true gentleman, universally respected and admired by his peers. Presented by Paddleball Family Alliance, August 2022.
Thank you, Dave. Now, Robert, you got to say thank you for the 450 tournaments that you won, okay? You got 20 minutes.
That thing might not hold. Thank you, everyone. I didn't prepare a speech, you know, because I know if I would have did, I would have messed up. And I see everybody had a speech. But I'd like to thank the PFA for acknowledging all my accomplishments and all the board members, Mike, Ray, Mitch, and the rest of the crew. Thank you so much for all your hard work throwing tournaments in the kids' clinic. Thank you. I'd like to thank my sister. If it wasn't for her, you know, I wouldn't be here. You know, teaching me the sport that I love. Taking me to all the parks. You know, just showing me around. And then when I couldn't play, she would fight for me to get on the court. You know, thank you. I love you. And next, my wonderful wife for being my side, letting me play, and travel, going with me to different tournaments. And especially the last couple of years, you know, my sister couldn't come, take care of our moms, so she was like, you know, there for me. Thank you. I'd like to thank my first person that gave me the opportunity to have my first signature paddle, the Jerry Brown, the paddle company. Thank you so much. And to my current one, Henry Marquez, Pro Paddles, for believing in me. And being a great friend, just not for me, just to my family also. Thank you so much. Next, I just want to thank three persons that I played with in Big Blues: Kathy, Freddie Ramirez, and Andy Crossness. Yeah. You know, three of the best players I ever played with. Made my game so easy. Thank you so much for playing with me and then, you know, put it up with me. For small ball, I want to mention a couple of guys that I started playing with, you know, on and off. Richard McKnight, Kevin Roland, Charlie Nieves, the crew from Van Cortlandt. Sheik, my longtime friend, I still play with right now. We got a match later on. And then my mixed doubles partner. I know I played with Kathy a few times in small ball, but mostly it was Maddie Fredericks. You know, she was one of the top players that I thought back then, singles, doubles, and mixed. And she made my game really easy to play with because she was so good. You know, if I'm having a bad day, she could go to the left side, she low serve, and she could just beat some of the guys just by herself. She was so good. Yeah. Thank you for playing with me. And then Frank Savino. When I was a small, younger, he was much older than me, and we hooked up, and everybody knows Frank. He's really a little crazy, but in a good way, you know. He'll dive, you know, go after the ref, the linesman, and I just have to just do my game, and I'll be all right, you know. And the memorable tournament that I remember was the Shorehaven. It was the last one they had, and we were fortunate to win that tournament. We played tremendous teams at that day. I didn't get to play the Castle Hill. That was one of the tournaments I would love to play, but I didn't get to play. But I was fortunate to have to play the last one at the Shorehaven with Frank Savino and won that. Thank you so much, Frank, for playing with me. And then it was Artie Rondon after that. I played with him. We won a few tournaments together, the Budweiser and some other tournaments. The only thing I wasn't crazy about playing with Artie was that, if you know him back in the days, him and his brother John Rondon, they used to love to dress each other same outfit and everything. And he made me wear the same stuff wearing with him, so we didn't look too great, but we played really good together. Thank you, Artie. Thank you. And then the last one is, I wish it was here, Sammy Cesario. I first met him at Van Cortlandt. I think my sister saw him playing. We were going to go practice or hit the ball around, and my sister saw him. And I think his father was there too, and I think my sister just spoke to his father and says, "Won't you two hook up and, you know, and play?" So I guess we did. That year, the following year, we entered all the B tournaments there was, and we wind up losing every single tournament there was. You know, so it didn't start off too good. I think the following year we came back, we entered all the same tournaments, and we made it to all the finals, and we only lost like 1 or 2 that year, so it was a big accomplishment from the year before that. And then we just started playing with each other, and I mean, I really wish he was here because, you know, we went through a lot. Yeah. And I thank everybody for coming down, and enjoy the rest of the matches. It's gonna be some good matches, and thank you. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. That's the most I've heard him talk in 30 years. Okay, so that's the end of the Hall of Fame induction. We're going to start with the games right away. We're going to play all the games on this court. We're going to put the chairs around all the games. We got one game at a time. The roster is up there, which games, and enjoy the games.